Back to school handwriting success strategies. Yes, please. Check the student's desk and chair height. Feet on the floor and forearms on the table gives their bodies points of stability to allow more control in their little hands and fingers. When it comes to desks and chairs, one size does not fit all. Tips for lefties. Seat them at the end of the row, with no one to their left so they're not bumping elbows with their right-handed neighbor. Composition notebooks, loose leaf paper, or notebooks that are bound at the top are better than standard spiral notebooks because the spiral part is not directly under their hand. Because they are writing with their other hand, you need to teach them how to angle the paper the other way, to the right. Whiteboard writing can be hard for these kids because their hand drags over the top of what they've already written, acting like an eraser. Know your school and district standards. By the end of kindergarten, students should be able to legibly copy all of the upper and lowercase letters in a functional number of line strokes. For example, uppercase A in 5 line strokes or lowercase e in 2 to 3 line strokes will not be functional past kindergarten. So we need to consider this when deciding what is acceptable in kindergarten and first grade. Because once this pattern gets into muscle memory, it is super hard to change. What resources does your school offer to support handwriting instruction? What other supports do you have access to? Have a catch-up plan. It's usually pretty obvious which students are behind in writing, but how often is there a plan in place to address this? There is a lot of variation in developmental readiness among kinder students. Some are young, some have never played with Legos or held a pencil, some are struggling to adjust to kindergarten routines and expectations in general, leaving little room for learning such a complex skill as handwriting. Just because we've set certain standards for writing does not mean all typically developing students are ready to meet them. We need systems in place to catch these students up when they are ready. Use lined paper. Students tend to fill up whatever writing space they're given. They need lines when practicing writing. We have all seen how writing can quickly turn into an art project. I would use lined paper for as long as the student needs it. Using it early and often makes the transition away from it more successful later on. I know, pencils are boring, but writing with a pencil feels different than writing with a marker or a pen. The drag is different. The required pressure is different. A fair percentage of your writing practice should be with paper and pencil. Get your students used to it early, and it will help them later on. Sit at the writing center. Most kinder and first grade classrooms use centers for small group work. If you want to have a big impact on handwriting, sit at that center at the beginning of the week. This is a great opportunity to provide immediate feedback and repeated instruction if necessary. And it sets the students up for success with independent practice at that same center for the rest of the week. Train a parent volunteer. If you are lucky enough to have a parent volunteer, teach them how to provide letter formation instruction, demonstration, and feedback. Make sure they know how to teach it your way. Use this person to man the writing center, or for small group repeat instruction for students who need a little boost. Baseline data lets you know the range of skills in your new class and gives you a place to start. Depending on the grade, students should progress from copying to writing letters without a model to word and sentence writing. If a student can't identify all the letters, it is very unlikely they will be able to write them without a model. If they can't write them without a model, spelling and other written language production are nearly impossible. Think second and third grade writing. Periodically recheck the same skills to determine progress and next steps. Remember, kids that can fluently write are more able to participate in all writing-related activities throughout their school day, all while increasing their ability to focus on your excellent instruction. For more tips on how to make your handwriting instruction even more amazing, please like and subscribe.